What's good, family? Welcome back to Relationship Realities. I am your host, Texas Brown Sugar. And here we are all about relationships. We dig deep. Oh, we have fun, laugh a little bit, all so that we can have a very healthy relationship. Come on in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from tonight. We have some very interesting topics. I am amazed every day. I don't know what's going on in the world, but I still seem to be amazed at a lot of the stuff that's going on today. I'm not gonna belabor. I'm going to go ahead and before we start, I want to go ahead and let you guys know at texasbrownsugar.com/shop. We do have our Black History merch. I got mine on today. We have our Black History merch on sale, 30% off this week and next week. So make sure you start off the month right with a little apparel. TexasBrownSugar.com, 30% off. Make sure you cop you one. Okay. Ladies and gents, tonight we're going to start off with a very interesting take on provision. That's all I'll say. Let's take a look and see what this young man has to say.
33. And
are you single?
Nah, married.
How long have you been married?
Since 2017.
So being married 8 years, how do you keep a relationship together that long?
Pay 100% of everything.
So it's a man's job to be a provider.
100%. You ain't a man if you're not a provider.
What gave you that mentality?
Man, I've been had it since I was young. I mean, shoot, if you look at the granddaddies and everything, they was taking care of the bills, and guess what? They was with grandma for the longest. These dudes be in relationships in and out because they not paying 100% of everything. That's the reason why they in washing machine ass relationships.
But does your wife work?
No. Why would I want to do that? Think about it. If your woman work, that means she pretty much listening to two men. He telling her what to dress, what time to show up, what time to go home. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. She got one man and one man only, so she ain't finna work.
But God forbid something happened to you and you lost everything. How would you expect her to be able to, take care of things?
You're always supposed to look for a capable woman. If she's capable of handling things, that's the woman you want to take care of because she was handling business with or without you regardless.
Y'all, he said men need to be 100% provider. That is what has made his marriage last, I believe, what he said, 17 years. I don't know. What are your thoughts about that? Specifically, what are your thoughts about his statement that you ain't a man if you're not a provider? I was a bit torn about this video. One, what if you are in a situation where that's not the case, where the man has a job, but the woman is making more than him? Is the expectation once you all get married that he still be the sole provider and she works from home? What does that look like when the woman is making more? Then my next question is, how important is financial provision in a marriage? It makes it seem, based off of just what we saw, that he's putting a lot of emphasis on financial provision. Now, I believe that is a something that needs to be considered. Do I believe it's the most important? No, because there are so many other factors that women we really need to look at before we speak on finances. One of them being his is he providing any spiritual provision, being that he is the head of the household? Because if there's no spiritual provision, he's not leading because there's lack of wisdom, knowledge, because he's lacking the spiritual provision, which in turn is a spiritual providing spiritual provision and understanding his role as a husband. You now have to consider being a leader, being a laborer, and financial provision, I think, rolls up into being a leader, being a good leader of your household, being a manager. Now, I also looked in the comments section of the video, and it was many women saying, "Great job. You know, where do you have a brother or a friend who thinks like this?" And I wholeheartedly get it. Women, we want to be taken care of. But what I think a lot of ladies fail to realize is that if he will be the sole provider, are you prepared to manage the household? I don't think a lot of women are. Managing a household as your full time job is a lot of work. A lot of women get caught up when they are managing the household full time, get caught up in worldly things, and a lot of times want that job. They get or sometimes get this feeling that there is there's no purpose, that there's a lack of, and it's not as fulfilling as if they were to go to corporate America. Yes, we all have this dream that the husband wants to go and make, all the money and we stay at home. But I really don't believe those that really want it are not mentally prepared to manage the household full time. And then I wonder, what other provisions do men need to be that are equally important? Again, I said spiritual provision. Uh and that just rolls up into, the leadership rolls up into being having spiritual provision. Yeah, he has to love you like the church. I think there's so many other aspects that society overlooks. All they see is money, money, money. What if that man is not a good steward of his money? What then? And then the statement of he doesn't want his woman to work for or have to report to another man. That roll a little red flag went up for me. And I'm wondering, is there a control issue? I understand that you want your family to be taken care of. But again, as the gentleman indicated, God forbid something happens. What are you going to do? And he had a wonderful response. And I think this is definitely the correct answer. You need to be with someone who can pick up, pick everything up and help. You need a helpmate. And just sitting at home and not being able to assist in any kind of way is not the answer. So I I was a little bit thrown off by that last comment. It kind of threw a red flag. I don't know. Did y'all think it was a red flag? I'm like, flag on the play. Let me know in the comments. Do you think finances are the most important aspect of a marriage? L- Not just a marriage, but long term marriage. Let me know in the chat.